Okay, we are live. So, hi everyone, welcome to TechMaestro. My name is Karan, and today I have a special guest with me, Ankit, with me. So, uh, so to give a brief introduction about Ankit, so Ankit is a BTech graduate from IIST Shipur, and he has been so today's session will be mostly covering about how he discovered international job opportunities, how did he apply to the job opportunities, the interview process at Zebra Technologies, end-to-end interview process for different type of roles at different levels at Zebra Technologies, and how can you prepare for uh, interview at Zebra, and what are his experience in sharing, or like his experience on how can you grab international offers directly from the college. So, welcome to the channel, Ankit. First of all, thank you so much for doing this. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi Karan, thanks for inviting me to your channel, TechMaestro, and yeah, you're doing nice and great work
Thank
for
you.
helping out students. And hi guys, hi all viewers. My name is Ankit. I have done my bachelor's degree from IIT Shivpur. It was in BTech in Computer Science, and I'm 2020 graduate, and after that I moved to London, and right now I'm working as a computer vision researcher. You can say AI researcher in Jabra Technologies.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah.
This is the first time I'm meeting someone from machine learning AI kind of background in reality. I've always seen them I've always seen them in books, theories, like from the videos and all, but never seen them in real life. So good to meet you, and thank you so much again for coming here. So Zebra Technologies, it's not a very famous company, and not a lot of people know about it. So can you give a brief of introduction, or a bit about like what Zebra Technologies is, like what kind of work does it do?
Yeah, Zebra Technologies is a US based company, and it's like we have offices around like 100 plus offices around the world. It's not, and basically the company manufactures mobile and computer printing technologies, and it's provide devices for for almost all the, it covers all the sectors like manufacturing, supply chain, retail, healthcare, and government sectors. So these like let's say mobile printers and some autonomous robots to manage warehouses and retail stores, and self checkout devices for retail stores, and barcode scanning devices, and lots of stuff. Yeah.
Okay,
So
seems like it is a big company into a lot of businesses, and in fact, that's a good thing. So just moving to the important, the part where most of the people come on this channel to know about interview process and all. So how did you apply at Zebra Technologies? How did you come? How did you came to know about this job opening, and how did you apply? What was the entire process for you? Application process.
yeah, so actually, um, I was in my final semester of my bachelor's degree, and I was looking for like I had almost my experience, my internship experience was in AI and AI research roles. So I was more I was like more dedicated to pursue into this field,
Okay.
and so I was looking for roles, uh, s- specific roles, research roles, which were more, which were matching my profile. So then one of my friend was working in Vienna, and I got to know like he moved to Canada in Zebra Technologies. On he was doing some robotic stuff, and then I found like on LinkedIn I got to know about there's some opening for computer vision researcher in London office. from in Jabra Technologies. So, and that was like completely matching my profile based on my experience. I had some
Okay.
internship experience that I'll be talking about later on. And then I just applied from their career page, and yeah, just,
Okay. So basically, you came across a job profile on LinkedIn and then just applied on their website, and that's you just got a call. That's it. Like
yeah,
no
yeah.
referral, no recruitment reaching out to you or you reaching out to a recruiter. You just applied. So
Yeah,
that's good.
just
Like
like I got to know about the job role and on LinkedIn, and just based on the requirements, I thought like yeah, it's kind of matching my requirements, something I worked on, and I just applied. Yeah.
that's good. Like although it's rare, but it works. Like you don't. So to all the viewers who is going to watch or who is currently watching this video, what I'll say is, like I always say, if you find a interesting job or a job that you want to work at, try to find a referral, try to find a recruiter if you can. But if you can't, at least apply for that job. Because there is no harm that will happen. So if you are lucky enough and if your profile matches like that, what happens with Ankit, and it has happened with me in the past as well. I applied directly on the career website and I got a call back as well. So there is no harm in applying. So definitely try it out. If you are out there, you're looking for a job, if you don't have any referral, if you don't have anyone to refer you, or you're not getting reach out from recruiters, don't think twice. At least apply on their website so that your CV is at least in their database, and you can take it from there. So
Mm,
that's good.
yeah,
Like
it's like you should go for it. You should apply. If
yeah,
you are
there
not
is
applying, you are not like you'll not be, and there's
yeah,
no
yeah,
chance of yeah getting some.
definitely. So there's a saying, right? You always miss the chance that you don't take.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's more or less like that. Continuing on your internship experience that you were mentioning. So what were the different things that you did before applying at Zebra or before applying anywhere outside of India, basically?
It was like so when I was in during like third year of my bachelor's degree, I had like worked on many like with some professors in my university, and with some friends and some PhD scholars on several research projects within the university. And then I was completely like looking for. I was more focused towards this role. Like I have to find something, some research internships. Uh, like there are like lots of research labs are there in Europe for in Germany, in France. There are India research lab in several cities of France. There are like research labs for I mean, I'm talking about AI and robotic stuff. That's how I went. I came to like I applied for several research internships um, within within like within Europe, and
Okay.
then I also applied for uh, in some good startups who are doing stuff with AI, making use of AI to. Um, so there was startup in Austria, in
Okay.
Vienna. It's also like they basically deal with the restaurants, and they also provide like self checkout devices and stuff, and dish tracking stuff for restaurants. And I applied there, and they were like, I worked for them around 1.5 year, even more
Okay.
than that, on and off side. Like I 3 times I went to Austria as a research intern, and then I was working from part time from core university. Yeah, when I was
Okay.
there in
Nice.
university.
So, do you like? Would you mind sharing few research internship opportunities that you mentioned? Like you said, there are a lot in France. There are a lot of them in Germany. Like, can you name a few so that all the viewers who are watching this video can at least have something to look up to?
So in Germany, there are like lots of universities. One thing is like if you have good CGPA, like I'm talking about those who have good CGPA, and they're not going for like they're thinking to go into research or going for masters or PhD stuff. They can target professors within some finance universities, and they have funds. You can ask the professors to fund your visit and fund your like internship.
Okay.
And there are also some scholarship programs from like dad scholarships that usually you get. I think that's what you can apply uh, for. And also like there's one research lab in Germany is DFKI, Planck
Okay.
Constant, the Max Planck Institute. They also have several internship opportunities. And within France, there are like lots of INRIA research labs. They are in different several cities of France in different universities, and they are like more. You can find the research labs based on different roles. Like there are like NLP interns, natural language processing, computer vision based labs, robotics stuff, like lots of stuff is there. So you
Okay.
just have to find out INRIA. You can search it like INRIA research labs in France. And
Okay.
similarly there are few research labs in Switzerland as well. One is in the EPFL University. and the other thing I used to do is like I was more about uh, i'm I'm kind of guy who wanted to work in startups in the initial phase of my career. So
Okay.
there are like very good startups in uh, many multiple startups are there who are working in AI and also doing great stuff. So you can apply there directly. So
Okay, understood. So just to reiterate on what you said, like basically what you're saying is that there are like a lot of good opportunities out there, especially if you are interested into going into this research field. There are a lot of good opportunities out there. Things like you can apply for research internship in countries like Germany, France, Switzerland, to name a few. And apart from that, there are a lot of startups working in AI and related stuff. So try to do that. So to name a few, in specific countries like in Switzerland there is EPFL. I think there is ETH as well. ETH would
ETS as well,
provide
yeah,
that.
they
There
have,
is
yeah.
in Sweden there is KTH. KTH has a very good research internship program. Apart from that, in France there is what was the name in France?
This in India research labs are there. They're
Indria.
like in several cities, several universities. So
Okay, Indria Research Lab is something that you can do in France. In Germany, there is Planck, Max Planck, the guy you would have read it in class 11th and 12th physics, Max Planck's fellowship, and there are multiple fellowship available. So you can definitely check them out. You can try to apply for that. In the meantime, there is a very related question. So, for to get international offer, do we must have a prior work experience? I don't have any work experience. I'm a college student as well. So, just to answer a bit before I give stage to Ankit. So, Ankit is also or was also a college student when he applied for a job in Zebra. So, don't worry about that. If you even if you are a college student, try to apply for internships, and that's what he's trying to say. Like, try to apply for internships, gain some experience. You have time, try to apply as much as possible. And one thing that he mentioned is like try to maintain decent CGPA, because all the academic companies or research labs or everyone would look up to your CGPA. So try to maintain a decent CGPA so that it's that barrier is gone. And that's when you start getting application as well, because if you don't have good CGPA, you'll be thrown out right away. So yeah.
Yeah, and also like the other thing is you can do is like if you don't, if, right, let's say if you are already in the sixth semester or fifth semester and you don't have enough good like don't have good CGPA, that's fine. Like then you can deal it with like you can manage it with the you can work with few professors and try to publish some papers with some PhD scholars. Try to publish some papers, write some articles about the stuff you are doing, whatever project you are working on. And the other thing, like you have to compensate somewhere. So just to show up, like okay, and that will work out. In my case, even CGPA was not. I didn't had that much good CGPA. Was it was around like 8 or something, but yeah, it was not up to like 9 or. But I was more
8 is a
focused
good
about.
CGPA, by the
No,
way.
it's not that much. Like
I
in
was
the like
around 7.5 or 7.6 till fourth semester,
yeah,
till the time of.
mine is also is like between 7.5 to 8, and it was somewhere so it was not good enough in my university. Like my classmates
Okay,
were having like more than 9, and but it's fine. You have to compensate it with the other things.
correct. So if even if you don't have a good CGPA, you can try to compensate that using or by working on things like he said, like try to reach out to professors, start doing something. It's never going to work out if you just sit at home and not do anything.
And
Try to
yeah,
do things.
yeah, so yeah, please make use of your summer and winter vacations by doing like some internships and yeah.
Okay, nice. So, moving on to the Zebra technology part, like what are the, apart from the research that you just mentioned, the computer vision research role that you mentioned, or AI researches, what are the different roles that Zebra offers?
So, if you talk about the tech roles, then they offer like, I would say like almost all the tech roles that we have, like front end developer, back end developer, full stack developer, then the data analyst stuff, and then DevOps roles, and yeah, all the like production engineer and
And
SRE
are
or
these
SRE.
roles available throughout their offices, like Canada, you mentioned US, London?
Yeah, in India and London and yeah, Canada, US, everywhere.
Okay, so basically, Zebra offers all these roles across the geographies as well. So, if you guys want to apply for Zebra Technologies, so you should actually try Zebra Technologies. And given the kind of work that Ankit is doing, I'm pretty sure like it's a very good company, and it's something that you can actually look up to or try for as well.
And
So,
within India, we have, I think, the offices in Bangalore and Pune, and we have few like, if I'm talking about research team, Bangalore research team is also working with us, and so uh, it's more like company culture, like all the teams from different places work together and something like that. So
okay, nice. So one good news or one new news, like if you don't want to move out of the country, or if it is very difficult for you to move out to the country as well, so you can actually try research opportunities within India, that is in Bangalore, with Zebra as well. So there are openings or there are teams sitting in Bangalore office for Zebra as well. So you can definitely try that. So, like you mentioned, there are front end role, back end role, and research role. Can you can you brief us with the entire interview process? Like, how does the interview process looks like at Zebra Technologies?
Yeah, so first let me go through my interview process, and then we'll come for the front end and back end role.
Okay.
So, so in terms of research, let's so it was like for me in my case, I was like as I said, like I had applied in the 8th semester in my bachelor's, and it was peak COVID time. There were like lots of companies has frozen their hiring processes, and even my few of my friends, like uh, they are like they already had job offer, but companies were not um, were
They
not
revoked the offer
they
basically.
revoked the
Like
offers. So
Flipkart did. I remember Flipkart did it, and there were few very good names at that.
yeah, Uber also did with some
Uber.
guys,
Okay.
and yeah. So in my case, it went other way around. So um, so at the time, so I applied at Zebra. So in the first round, basically, it was like after I submitted the resume.
Okay.
So and then there's some team who's responsible for hiring for that role. They out of like, let's say, hundreds of people have applied, so they select few resumes which are matching what they need, or
Mhm.
which are meeting their requirements. And then in the first round, um, like HR, there's normal technical, sorry, normal telephonic discussions, with HR. He'll have like normal discussion, like what you do and what kind of things, just few normal discussions. And then so then if HR is comfortable with you and he finds you like, okay, you are a genuine guy, and whatever you have mentioned in resume is like is fine, then he'll put you to the next stage, and that's hire interview with the hiring manager responsible
Okay.
for that role. And yeah, so uh, in the next round, in with interview with hiring manager, is more like he'll be talking about the company, and he'll be discussing about the things they are working on, the stuff they are doing. And then if in that round they usually ask about the things, the projects you have worked on mentioned in your resume, and something he's like he's interested in any of the projects. He'll go into that detail of that project that you have listed in your experience,
Okay.
and like some internship experience and stuff. And after that it's like he can ask few questions related to the profile and the things they are doing. And that's not like I would not say like coding around or something. It's just like it will be
A
more like
discussion.
discussions and some questions regarding to related to your resume, the things you
Okay.
have worked on, and a few questions from the things they are doing at the company,
Okay.
they require, just to check
Correct.
out your skills.
Understood.
Yeah. And yeah, so after this one, it usually takes around like 30 to 45 minutes. And
Okay.
yeah, once if hiring manager is satisfied, then for research it's like you go for the next stage. That's a technical task is will be provided to you. And for the in like some, you can say it like some mini project. You will be given some amount of time, let's say 7 days or 10 days for research role. And you have to submit the task with a report, and I mean solution for the task and the report within the 7 days. And after that, there's a team like who's responsible for hiring for that role. They review the task, and yeah, then they'll come up with some questions, cross questions, why you did this and blah blah blah. And so if whatever answer you give, like if they find it optimal, and if you they find your solution is good, then they'll call you for the next stage. And yeah, in the next stage is like it's a team interview round. So that usually takes like all these things had happened virtually for me. And uh, so usually like team interview round used to happen on site within the company. I mean, based on the location. So but for me, like right now is completely going virtual. So it was like introducing to the team, and they might ask you to prepare some presentation, uh, might be on the task you worked, might be any of your projects or something else, some research topic or something, anything. So then that will be like you have to make an presentation. And then they can ask any question during when you will be presenting. And after that, yeah, then the other members, apart from senior hiring manager, they'll ask you anything, like maybe from your resume, maybe from the presentation, maybe maybe from they can ask you to write any code, like some normal computer coding kind of thing. And yeah, and they can ask regarding the questions regarding the profile you are applying for. uh, so yeah,
Okay.
it usually takes for around like 2 hours. And yeah, once this is done, and then they come up with the like whole team decides if it's you are the optimal candidate or not. If you are optimal, then you go to the next stage, and that's the like that's a behavior round basically. It's
Okay.
with the director of the location of that office, and the head HR, and they have like normal behavioral questions that usually they ask all the companies ask in the last round.
Okay.
So after that, yeah, if it work out, they'll make an offer, and you can negotiate it. Yeah, whatever.
It's a very, honestly speaking, like it seems like a very tiring, and it's a different and tiring process. So just to reiterate, basically the first round is your resume screening, in which they screen your resume. If you are a optimal fit, they'll an HR will call you to understand like if you are actually a fit, and if you are a fit, you'll be given a assignment of a sort, where you'll be given somewhere around 7 to 10 days to come up with a solution to that.
Before that, there's like hiring manager round. Like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
After HR, there's a hiring manager round to understand like if it is a mutual fit, right? They will tell
yeah,
you, they'll sell you their company, their team, and you will also sell yourself, and you'll try to understand if you are a mutual fit. Once you are a mutual fit, they'll send you an assignment. Assignment basically covers some task that you have to complete in 7 to 10 days. In after that, a team will review it. Someone will ask you or cross question things that you have done. Once you clear that, there is a entire team viva kind of thing, right? there
yeah,
there a lot of like people from teams, multiple people from the same team will appear. You get on a meeting with everyone, you present something, they cross questions, they do stuff. If you excel at that, then basically the last is common behavioral round. Once that is done, you get an offer, everything, if everything is fine. Did Is this it? Like, honestly speaking, this seems like a big and tiring process, but definitely very interesting process and very different from all what I've seen so far.
yeah. This like for this is for the research for
And how
and both
about
like
for front
uh,
end and back end? Is it same for front end and back end, or front end basically?
it's a bit different for front end like back end roles, but like but the research roles that we have in Bangalore, they have like similar process
Okay.
as London. Yeah. So if we talk about the front end and back end role, so so usually like if in India, as like many companies are doing the same thing. So if in order to screen the peoples out, like because of lots of applications, they have a DSA coding round,
Okay.
uh,
Online
and
assessment basically.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's like just to screen out the peoples, and after that, instead of like if you are applying for some senior roles, then they have uh, tasks round as well that I was saying. But for freshers, it's almost the same as the like the other like DSA round and some all those things like data management and all these things that you have in other
Okay.
companies, like in India, all the companies have for freshers. But
Okay.
but yeah, for if you are applying for senior positions, then they have the same things. Yeah,
As you mentioned, for the research.
yeah,
Okay.
for the research.
So basically, for junior roles, for freshers and early roles, basically what happens is there's an online assessment, and then they're followed by DSA rounds, followed by specific technology, like if you are working on front end related stuff,
Yeah,
databases and all related
yeah,
rounds. If you are a senior candidate, the same happens. Like you will be given a task, you have to work on the task, and then the team will assess your task, and then hiring manager and all. Is that correct assumption?
yeah.
Okay.
But for research role, for freshers as well in Bangalore, we have the same process as I told you about the research.
Okay. Okay. Great. So basically, now we know all the entire process end to end. Can you tell a bit about this entire like how do you prepare for this? Given this is a very different from rest of the interview process in a lot of other companies.
Well, if if we talk about research roles, and so first is, I would say, like build a, like if you are fresher, and if you are a student, and I would say, like, go try to build your skill set in the domain you want to work on,
Mm-hmm.
uh, in your career. So like maybe getting some internship in some company or some research labs, or anywhere, and try to build up a good skill set, and that will help you to go into, like, if I'm talking about myself, like, uh, as I had my research internship, like, of 1.5 year, like almost 1.5 year uh, research interns experience, and I was like working on some new research areas, and which, like, uh, and the Zebra London offices of Zebra Technology were doing something similar, and was uh, and my profile was matching with them. And even there are like lots of PhD candidates was there, like, who might be doing, but I was the only one, like, within my team. If I'm talking about, I'm the only one with the bachelor's degree, who's in working in the London team, and the rest are like master's degree or PhD degree. So it's up to, like, how you build uh, your skill sets,
Profile.
and
Okay.
yeah. So, like, lots of internships, and I would say, like, try to be like, if you are going for front end and back end development roles, yeah, DSC is important, and I mean, competitive coding is important, but at that same time you should also uh, have, I mean, good skill set for the path you want to choose. Yeah.
Understood. So basically, what you're saying is, at least for the research role, it's very important to build skills, and you build skills by doing stuff, by doing internship, by doing research internship with institutions, with companies, and all. So this is how you build your skills. With this is how you gain knowledge and experience. So try to gain knowledge and build skills by doing internships as much as possible. And if you have to apply for software engineering roles like front end engineer or back end engineer, so you have to build on your DSA skills. Again, I would like to take this opportunity to advertise things that we are doing apart from these live sessions. So we are doing a 75 days of coding challenge. There's a description provided in all the details are provided in the description below. Apart from that, I have collected all the resources that you would need for DSA, for coding, for low level design, for high level design. Everything is present in the description below. Check that out. Check that GitHub repository if you are interested in contributing back to open source. It's an open source, free to use GitHub repository. Do consider contributing to this. And one more thing that I forgot so far, and is like, do click on the subscribe button. It's very important. Like 70% of the traffic that we get, or 75% of the viewers that comes on our profile or these videos, do not subscribe. So please subscribe on the click on the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. There is a lot of things that we are doing, and you'll get to know about very good stuff if you subscribe to our channel. So yeah, thank you. I think there is always a silver lining, or there is always a opportunity to sell yourself. Okay, moving on to the last part, which is basically any piece of advice that you have for uh, students out there, for the people who are watching this video.
Well, I would say, like, if my last piece of advice to all of your viewers would be, like, please try to, as I already mentioned, like, please try to enhance your skill set in any of the domain you are interested to work, uh, and, like, instead of just focusing on DSA. So yeah, DSA is important, but at the same time, please also try to have a good skill set for the thing you want to do. And also, as per my view, like, uh, at the start of your career, like, maybe internships, few internships, please try to work in some good startups, so that like in the start of your career, you'll in startups you'll have a good good learning curve, and it will be like you'll have lots of responsibilities, so you'll be able to learn lots of things at a fast pace. So so I would say, like, if you're starting your career in some good startup, you'll be able to learn lots of things. Yeah, later on, then you can think where you want to work and what you want to do. But that's my personal view.
And
if
I
Yeah.
totally agree. Like, if you work in a startup, if you are working on something like in be it an internship, be it a full time opportunity, you get to learn a lot. And the world outside of college is very different. And I learned that when I got out of college, when I joined a company full time. I think most of the people learn that way, even when they do internship. So, like Ankit said, try to do some work in a startup or something, so that you can get to be the part of the team. Because in big companies, especially, like, for example, I did my internship from Samsung Research, but I did not get to explore a lot because they did not allow us to explore a lot of things in Samsung. Whereas the internships that I did with startup, I was able to make impact on their production
Yeah,
uh,
that's the
product,
thing. Yeah.
and I was able to come or like build things that they still use even after like 8 years. So that's the kind of impact that you have in a startup. So try
And
to
you'll have a sense of responsibility, and you'll be like and also if you're working in some good startup, like lots of passionate people you'll meet around, and you'll learn lots of things from them.
correct.
And yeah.
So definitely you should look up for working at a startup maybe. So
And maybe you can maybe in India, and maybe abroad in Europe, there are like lots of startups.
makes sense. Makes sense. So again, Ankit, thank you so much. We have already taken. There were one or two relevant questions. The rest of the comments are not relevant questions as such. Guys, if you are watching, if you have a question, you can write it in the comments right now. Or if you are watching it later, you can definitely comment down below. I or Ankit, someone from the team, will answer your queries and will definitely come back to you. Again, thank you so much for watching. And first of all, thank you so much, Ankit, for joining us and giving us your time to share your knowledge, share your experience of how did you like grab it. It's a very big thing, especially for a fresher, to grab an offer from international companies. So again, congratulations. Although I'm like 2 years late, but still, like, congratulations. And thank you so much for joining us and sharing your knowledge and experience.
Thank you so much, Karan, and thank you for inviting me again. And yeah, one last thing is like, guys, we are looking for talented people, and if you find any role is like interested to you, you can apply for it. You can reach out to me, and yeah. So have
That's
a
great. Like, if you're still watching, that's the benefit that you get. Like, if you watch it till the end, you get to meet Ankit. You can actually reach out to him, ask for referrals. So, like he said, they have office in a lot of countries. Canada, London. London is where Ankit and I, we both work. London, and then in India they have it in Hyderabad, they have it in Pune, Bangalore. If you don't want to step out of country, you can also try that. So look up into their career page, reach out to Ankit. You will be able to find his LinkedIn in the description, so that it's easier for you to reach out to him as well. Again, thank you so much, and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.